world of horse racing. Starring David McCallum, Susanna York and Mark Greenstreet, we present in stereo an odds-on favourite, Trainer.
Running late this morning? Galloping Major will have you a what's it? Mike, if you can't cope, you can always send her round to my place, whoever she is.
You're late. Again.
Sorry, Mr. Latimer. Slept through the alarm.
And you smell like a distillery. Go in the Land Rover with Joe. Get in.
You look like death warmed up. Must have been a hell of a hoolie.
Oh, shut up and drive. Slowly.
Hello, Mike. God, you look terrible. Oh, who's on Black Dean today?
Young Pat will be, sir. They're raring to go.
See you up there.
That's it.
Thanks.
No problem.
looks great.
Yes, he's come on a ton.
You done a good job, Hugo.
Yes. Mike's put in a lot of time and effort lately.
Is that right?
Joe,
Yes, Governor.
tell Pat that's it for today.
Right.
Blackdeed's my kind of horse, Mr. Brant. You've got to hold on to him, but if he's there or thereabouts at the 2-furlong marker, mind you, I reckon it'd be even better if we got some more work into him.
Hugo, what do you think?
He's never been fitter.
So I can expect something special for his last run of the season.
Well, he'll probably start favourite.
But will he win?
Ah.
Take a good look at the opposition, Hugo, before you commit yourself. Happy Brave won on his last 2 outings. We're going for the hat-trick at Newbury.
I think you'll be disappointed.
Oh?
Happy Brave's a fine prospect, but he's set to give £10 to Blackdeed. I think you'll find the smart money's with us. Seen enough.
Oh, yeah. See you Saturday.
See you.
Mike, look after third lot. I should be back by midday.
Any instructions?
Just one. Don't ever question my methods in front of an owner again, okay?
Governor.
Good. Bye-bye, Rachel.
Bye, Hugo. What was all that about?
Nothing. Just a professional difference of opinion. Hugo doesn't like my ideas about intensive training.
Well, James seemed happy enough.
Like an overgrown school kid. He only wants to gloat if Blackdeed wins.
Well, I'd probably feel the same if I'd had the season he's had.
Yeah, it's more than that. I've never known an owner so desperate to win. It's an obsession.
He and Hugo ought to make a good pair, then.
Very matey.
Who?
You. And the widow Ware.
What of it?
Nothing. Not a thing. She's a class lady. Only I wouldn't let the governor catch me if I was you. You're in his bad books already. And he's been sniffing around Rachel ever since old Frank went to meet his maker.
I'd say Hugo's odds are extremely long. Rachel's got his form well sussed. Oi, pull up.
Bit early, isn't it?
I'll just do it.
What about the governor?
In town, Captain Ant to the bank manager.
Oh, in that case, let's go.
It's all right, I'll walk back.
Sorry?
You can drop the saddle off on your own, can't you? Greek? Perks of a privileged education?
It means I don't have to worry about the opposition stealing my secrets.
Is it early for you, Mr. Hardy?
Not for a tomato juice, it isn't. You're on the same again for his lordship.
If you're not here to indulge in serious drinking, it must be business.
Hugo's giving Blackdeed an outing at Newbury this Saturday.
James Brant's colt?
Yeah.
I think I'll stick with Happy Brave. Wrong? Pity.
Huh?
I'd like to see Rachel in the winner's enclosure. James Brant's insufferable.
No more so than most owners.
He doesn't really care about racing. If winning the Donkey Derby would give him a handshake from the Queen Mum, he'd sell his whole string for dog meat.
There you go.
He should stick to what he does best, tearing down listed buildings to erect nice new office blocks. You need a stiffener in that.
Catching it tonight.
I'm afraid not.
Got something better lined up, have you?
In a manner of speaking, yes.
I see.
Same again?
No, thanks, Stevie. I've just been jilted.
He'll get over it.
Mike, my office. Now.
Another 10 rounds, Joe.
This time, their accounts manager rang. He said there'll be no deliveries until the outstanding bills are paid.
Well, shop around, girl. Bradley's aren't the only feed merchants in England.
He hasn't paid them a penny since April.
April? I had better call Dave Bradley myself.
Mike? Close the door.
Heavy morning.
Between them, the bloody banks and the Chancellor are screwing this country into the ground.
So, no extension on the overdraft.
No, and that means a rapid reduction in overheads. I'd like you to get some ideas down on paper. Tomorrow will be fine. I've got to go up to town tonight, dinner with a new owner.
Right.
Oh, by the way, I want you out of your cottage.
What?
I've had an offer on a long let. It's too big for one person anyway, and the CO at the Yank Air Base at Welford is prepared to give me $600 a month for it.
Why?
There's no discussion, Mike.
When do you want me out?
End of the month.
And what the hell am I supposed to do? Pitch a bloody tent on the downs?
As far as I'm concerned, you can pitch your bloody tent outside your bloody pub. It's not my problem. Now get out!
Easy, easy. Heat's gone out of it. Any problems with the change of hay?
Eating like the proverbial horse, Mr. Hardy.
Good. Keep him on it for now, and we'll think again in a week or so.
Okay, sir.
Business. My tenner to your pound, some frisky wee filly with hindquarters on her that would rouse a gelding.
Mike! James Brant on the line.
The governor's gone, Maggie.
It's you he wants.
Can't it wait?
Would you care to suggest it?
Owners.
Place your bets, please. No more bets, thank you. 26 black.
You're not coming back to my place till you've bought me dinner. Suggest you cash in while you've still got enough.
Oh, how about one last play and a takeaway pizza? You're a hard woman, Ginny.
Place your bets, please.
Mr. Latimer.
Yes?
Mr. Michaelides sends his regards, sir. He'd be grateful for a word in the office.
Yes, we were just leaving. I've got a table
It
booked.
won't take more than a moment, sir. And I'd be pleased to entertain your guest.
You better go and see what the man wants.
This matter embarrasses me as much as it does you, Hugo. But your losses tonight have taken you 10,000 over your limit.
My dear Stavros, how long have you known me? I'm not likely to flee the country for a piddling 10,000.
Oh, I know that. But we are talking 40 grand altogether, and it's a question of house rules, isn't it?
40, is it?
After all, business is business. At the end of the day, you and I, we have to balance our books, or we're dead. What with the price of a new roller these days and the children's school fees always rising.
Look, I just need a bit of time.
Take as much as you need. Anytime tomorrow will be fine with me.
You're checking up on him.
More like seeking a second opinion.
Well, you've put me on the spot, Mr. Brandt. Thanks.
Look, Mike, it's costing me a fortune not to win races.
You've had a bad season, that's all. It happens to most owners.
Of course it does. But what if there's more to it than that? What if my horses just aren't up to it?
Now you're being silly, James. Hugo's reputation as a judge of horseflesh is second to none.
Mrs. Brandt's right. Black Deed is a great prospect.
Black Deed has got it all to do. Anyway, it was Jack Ross who found him for me, not Hugo.
It's not Mike's fault. If you're not happy, the obvious answer is to move your horses to another trainer. Or at least discuss it with Hugo instead of taking it out on whoever's handy.
It's all right, I'm used to it. It's in the job description.
Now, you're right, love. Well, I'm sorry to have spoiled your evening. Of course, you're welcome to stay for dinner.
Well, thanks very much. But I've still got the morning list to do.
I'll see you Saturday, then.
If not before.
Drive carefully.
Mrs. Brandt?
Right, they've got him a great, and you see, all entertainers. You see, the thing about Irish sportsmen in this case, they bring character to the game. You just haven't got it, mate. You need entertainment.
You make a handsome couple.
Who, me and my husband, or me and my horse? Oh! I should insist on oysters more often.
Ginny, I need to talk to you about Funtime, boy.
Best present my husband's ever given me.
Yes, I know. How do you think Donald would react if you were to sell him?
Why on earth should I want to do that?
Well, I know you're very fond of him.
Tread carefully. You're talking about the love of my life.
We can't afford to be sentimental in this business, Ginny.
At the sales, you told me it was a potential Derby winner.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry. We all make mistakes. I'm afraid he's shown me nothing so far to confirm my initial opinion.
But he hasn't even raced yet.
I know, so now's the time to sell him. Before he gets found out. If you're lucky, you might get back most of what Donald paid for him.
And you'll deliver early next week? Nuts and oats? Thanks, Dave. Yes, by the end of the month. That's a promise.
Magician.
I know. Just pray Hugo can conjure up some of the folding stuff by the end of the month, or else.
It's customary to leave the money on the bedside table.
Ah. I didn't want to wake you up.
Good God, Hugo. It's the middle of the night.
Yes, I know. I've got a breakfast meeting with the new owner. So look, why don't you lie back and give some thought to Funtime Boy?
I promise I'll give it all the thought it deserves.
Good. I'll call you.
Cheers, Joe. Any sign of the governor yet?
No.
Sod him. Half the trainers in England were killed for a yard like this, and he's bloody bleeding it dry. Justice.
You know what to say about Justice?
No, what's that?
She's a filly with a fine pedigree, but lousy form.
I've a horse running on Saturday. There's one other class animal in the field, but mine should start off odds-on favorite. So, if the person with the right information was to wait till the last minute...
The chances are he'd get damn good odds on the other horse.
Yes. I'd be very surprised if he didn't.
Go on.
Well, then, if the favorite was to have an off day, or the jockey was to ride a bad race...
That same somebody would make a real killing.
Enough to square our account. And provide school fees for an entire cricket team.
And the names of these horses are? Oh, there's a condition. Let me see if I can guess what it is. You want me to include a bit extra when I place my bets?
Well, let's say something in the region of 2,000. For the man with the information.
Second up on the last one.
Well, I better get him home before he bursts a blood vessel.
Not yet. Have Nick walk him back and bring him around one more time.
Mike! Problems? No, Governor. No problems.
Tomorrow, change of plan.
Oh, yeah?
I want you to go with Turag Warrior.
Why?
Because the Sheikh's racing manager's feeling a bit neglected at the moment.
And what about Black Deed?
Oh, Joe can look after him, and I'll be around in case there are any hiccups. If that's all right with you, that is.
Of course. You're the boss.
Yes. Glad you've noticed.
Oh, Hugo?
Yes?
How was it last night?
How was what?
Your meeting. New owner, you said?
Oh, that's right. All things considered, couldn't have been better. Thanks for asking.
Frank's refuge. His sanity against the pressures of running the stud.
So why have you decided to let it?
John Gray has been trying to persuade me for months to let it go. He's right. I need someone living in it.
Wow.
Like so many Americans, Frank had a passion for history. And he wasn't thinking about his thoroughbreds, he was in here, playing war games. His last battle.
I knew Frank for years. I had no idea. He was a fine man. Taught me a lot. You were a good couple.
Even despite the language barrier, age gap.
When two people are right for one another.
I still miss him. Especially at quiet moments.
Last thing at night, first thing in the morning.
Yes. You could move in within the week.
You sure?
Sure as I'll ever be. I don't want to twist your arm, but there's plenty of room for Frank's things up at the house.
You've got a visitor.
Dinner guests. I thought you might join us.
Oh, thanks anyway, Mrs. Ware, but I'm not...
Rachel.
Rachel. I'm not very good company these days. I'm out of practice.
You must make the effort. If I can do it, you can. there'll be another for dinner, Annie. Francis, I'm sorry. Hello. Hello. Jack.
Francis!
Hello.
Jack, when did you get out?
This morning. Got 2 weeks remission for good behaviour.
Fat chance.
You're supposed to be in America.
I was until yesterday. The hospital rang to say that he was about to discharge himself.
The place was full of cripples. They were driving me mad.
Should have let me know. I'd have popped in and taken his wheels off.
Dinner is ready. Yes, sorry, Annie. I think we better eat.
Here.
I can manage.
He always was a pig-headed beggar.
Which is why you two have always got on. For a year, I was with Howard Siegel. Then I went to the Fairlight Stud in Kentucky.
Oh, nothing like starting at the top.
It was damned hard work. And the American way took some getting used to.
All that junk food and trotting races.
After 2 years, though, I reckon I know more about bloodlines and baseball than anyone in England.
Does that mean you're not going back?
Francis is setting up as a bloodstock agent here.
Her choice, nothing to do with me.
It's a good idea. You want to talk to the people you used to ride for, Jack?
He's been lobbying them all from his hospital bed.
Great, why not?
Because I'd rather do it myself.
Pig-headed. You got it from her mother.
You're going to need all the help you can get, Francis.
Yeah, exactly. And your governor could be one of her first clients, mate.
Oh?
Hugo called this morning. He's asked me to handle a sale for one of his owners, a Mrs. Lawton.
Fun-time boy?
You didn't know?
No, I bloody didn't. Fun-time boy's a great prospect.
He should fetch a good price.
$250,000 at least.
That's what I thought after I'd run his breeding through the computer.
But?
According to Hugo, Mr. Lawton's taken a beating on the stock market. Money's suddenly tight, so for a quick sale, he'll settle for $150,000.
Thanks, seven aboard this 39
First, number 3. Second, number 5. And third, number 13. The fourth horse was number 8. First, number 3, Fruit Gum. Second, number 5, Greasy Spoon. Third, number 13, Bluebell Line. The fourth horse was number 8, Black Rat. And in the next race, with the exception of number 10, Gross Profit, the runners and riders are as on your race card.
Never present. Away. It's causing an obstruction. That's an open call for the owner of the car, registration D23UHM. Please remove it. It's causing an obstruction.
And the horses on their way now to the start for the next race. 7 furlongs on the straight course.
What do you give him, Black Deed?
Odds on favourite, 2 to 1 on.
With the white crossbells.
Right. 500.
Follows is the red and white stripes.
Let's do it now.
Close behind these, Asaman. Blue and white stripes, Black Deed, yellow with the black striped sleeves and hoop cap. Finance House follows in the orange.
Well, the bookies share your opinion. What? This they're offering now is 2 to 1 on. Don't get carried away, James. What do you mean by that? Oh, nothing. Like hell. Racing's racing. There's no such thing as a certainty. You know that. I better had be.
Green colours, Martin Salvo. And bringing up the rear as they make their way to the start. Belfast City.
And the next race here at Bath is the 250, the Utley Stakes. Runners are
What are you doing here?
I thought you were in Newbury with Black Deed.
So did I, but Hugo had other ideas.
So all 9 runners now at the 7 furlong start.
I thought you had Terry Oliver up.
I have.
Moving round
It's Billy
behind the
Watts,
stalls, and they will shortly start.
Hugo's apprentice. Wouldn't fancy taking a little wager on the side, would you, James?
No.
Belfast City and Holiday Romance safely installed. Also, Fenchurch Street and Parting Salvo. Carlier's lot comes forward. And Black Deed taking the blindfold for Stall's entry. Just a little reluctant. He's safely in. Black Deed in the yellow with the black striped sleeves. There's 2 or 3 more to go forward now. Finance House is one of them. And this one just proving a little reluctant. And Finance House, one of the...
Any problems?
To come forward, Finance House.
And the odds?
Just dwelling a little. And
what about Latimer?
On goes the blindfold for this one.
No, stay close to him.
Comes forward.
If the bloody thing loses, you know what to do.
Is the only one holding up proceedings at the moment. Happy Brave in the red and black boots. Black Deed quite calm once in the stalls, just needed the blindfold to go in. They're very nearly all in.
Under starters' orders, they're on.
Away they go with 7 furlongs ahead of them. Carlo's not one of the first to show. Salvo, Black Deed on the inside rail, got away pretty well. Holiday Romance and Belfast City come next, followed by Aftermath through the first quarter mile now, with Black Deed on the inside rail, making an early move towards the leaders now. Black Deed on the inside rail. Black Deed comes up to join the leader as they race down towards the halfway point. It's Black Deed who's taken a 2-length advantage. Black Deed it is. Happy Brave coming through to take closer order. Aftermath and Finance House come next. They've got just over 2 furlongs left to run. It's Black Deed by 2 lengths now. Black Deed from Carlier's lot. Happy Brave challenging in the centre. It's Black Deed from Happy Brave. These two drawing clear of Carlier's lot and Parting Salvo as they come down now to the final furlong and a half. Black Deed on the inside rail. Happy Brave towards the centre of the track, and these two clear of their rivals now. They have it between them as they race down towards the closing stages, and it's Black Deed and Happy Brave. Happy Brave and Black Deed.
Come on, Happy Brave!
Along with Black Deed on the rails and Happy Brave in the centre. These two will clear of their rivals. Asamad is best of the rest as they come towards the line now. Black Deed and Happy Brave, and it's Happy Brave from Black Deed in the last 50 yards. Happy Brave it is. Happy Brave from Black Deed. Asamad passes the post in 3rd, and Finance House in 4th.
Well, oh, it's going to be furious.
First, number 1. Second, number 8. And third, number 7. First, number 1, Happy Brave. Second, number 8, Black Deed.
And let me give you the winners of that race. First, number 7, Quarry Warrior. Second, number 1, Waterloo.
Result of the 3 o'clock at Newbury? Happy Brave by half a length. Well, Black Deed took up the running 3 furlongs out and then forgot what he was there for. Hey, wait a minute. I thought Terry was on Black Deed.
Hugo had other ideas. He put Billy on it.
He put an apprentice on Black Deed?
I don't get it. I gave instructions to Billy myself. I told him to keep him covered up until inside the last furlong.
And still no pace on as they make their way down towards the end of the back straight.
I'm very sorry, James. Billy rode the wrong race. Billy is an apprentice. Mike thought the lad was ready. Mike did? You're the bloody governor. I know. Black Deed is Mike's responsibility. You know that. He gave his instructions last night. And the dog and gun, I suppose. That's hardly fair. Mike might have his problems, but he's still a first-class assistant. That man's a liability and a piss artist. Now, don't you let him near one of my horses, or I'll have them all out of your yard by the end of the week.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Jack. I owe you one. Michaelides put a bundle on Happy Brave. Spread it around just before the off. Bookies took a caning.
Hugo's gambling debts?
That's a guess.
All adds up, doesn't it? Bank, unpaid bills, fun time boy, not to mention tossing me out of the cottage. Bastard.
Time for a showdown.
Been on the cards for months.
Mike, where is he? Now listen, before you get stuck in, a wee word in your ear about Billy.
You changed my instructions, knowing bloody well the horse would be beaten if it went to the front too soon!
So, what would you like to do? Inform the stewards?
Yes, just for starters!
And whose word do you think they'd believe? Billy's or mine?
Mine! When I tell them about your arrangement with Michaelides.
Tell them what? That I occasionally unwind at his club along with half the other owners and trainers in southern England, that he just happened to believe that Happy Brave had the beating of Black Deed, they'd laugh. In your face.
If you want to pull a stunt like that, put your reputation on the line, that's up to you, but don't do it with mine. Word gets around, and Black Deed is my responsibility.
Ah. Was your responsibility. James Brandt thinks you're drinking too much. Thinks it's affecting your work.
You know different.
But he doesn't. So before you start airing your views in public, I suggest you ring round a few yards. Find out which of them are taking on any alcoholic assistance at the moment. Go on.
Joe!
You want a hand?
No. Sorry. Not if I ever want to get back in the saddle again. Just give me a minute.
Jack, you're out of your mind.
I know. Bit of a turn up for the books, eh? Happy Brave beating Black Deed like that.
You've been talking to Joe?
No. I shouldn't be too hard on young Billy, though. Hugo can be a right son of a bitch when he wants. That's why I gave up riding for him years ago.
Brandt's residence. One moment, please. It's for you, Mrs. Brandt. Mrs. Ware.
Thank you, Alice. Hello, Rachel. What can I do for you?
Thanks for letting me know.
It's all right. You're trying to build a reputation. The last thing you need is to get mixed up in one of Hugo's shady deals.
I'll call him. Say I can't handle the sale.
Right.
He'll know it was you who told me.
Yes.
Could mean a lot of trouble for you.
Doesn't matter. I've had enough of the racing game, Francis.
Don't be ridiculous. Horses are your life.
A raging obsession. That's what Sally called it. It was a long time ago. Maybe I haven't got what it takes. Better be off.
Congratulations, Hugo. Worked like a dream. Consider the slate wiped clean.
Good. And my winnings?
Winnings?
From the 2,000 you were going to bet on my behalf. I see. You didn't do it, did you? Why not?
Oh, Hugo. You're a loser. Do you know, in all my years in this business, I've never seen anybody lose as regularly as you. You're bad luck. I couldn't afford to take your risk.
Evening, Alice.
Good evening, sir. Mrs. Brant's in the drawing room. She said she'd like a word as soon as you got back.
Well, I want a drink and a shower first. Tell her I'll be down in 20 minutes.
James, the shower can wait.
Generally down to 1 Celsius 34 Fahrenheit. Tomorrow morning, any fog will clear slowly in most areas and will become bright with some sunshine. A few showers along the east coast, though. But in spite of any sunshine, it's going to be a chilly day with the temperature climbing no higher than 10 Celsius at 50 Fahrenheit.
This is BBC One.
Mr. Brant?
Can I come in?
Yeah, sure. Go through. Here. Drink?
No, thanks. Just a few minutes of your time.
Look, if it's about Black Deed, I know I should have been there. I'm sorry.
No. I should apologize. Hugo led me to believe that it was your fault Billy rode the wrong race. Now I know different. I'm sorry.
How did you... Have you talked to Hugo?
No, he's still up in London. Perhaps that's just as well. I'd have broke his neck if I'd come across him.
So how...
That doesn't matter. The problem now is my horses.
You're going to take him to another trainer?
Yep.
Have you got anyone in mind?
I've had second thoughts about that drink. Yeah, I was thinking of Henry Locke.
Could do worse.
Then Rachel Ware told me that Dickie Marchbank's old yard at Arkenfield is up for sale. She suggested that I pick up the lease on it, move in my horses, and have you train them.
You're joking.
Rachel is very persuasive, particularly when my missus is backing her up, and what she said made a lot of sense.
What did she say?
That you'd served your time, and you had the talent. What I need to know is, have you got the fire in your belly?
The hungry fighter.
If you like.
Try me.
Maybe I will. But if I do, there is one condition.
Yeah?
I haven't got room for anyone with a drink problem. Rachel thinks you can lick it. I need guarantees.
Okay.
You gotta mean it. Because if you let me down... Give us a ring in the morning.
More to life.
Trainer continues next Sunday at 8:15.
We're faced with decisions, which road to follow, how hard to fight. Then you wake up and see there's much more to life. In acres of sky on a summer day, on a sunny summer day, and the fire burns with hope inside your heart. We are never apart. Reflections of time passing by that remind you there's much more to life. More to life. So much more to life. So just follow your heart and you'll see. If you follow your heart, you'll be free. 'Cause there's more to life. So much more.